Hey everybody, it's me, Angel Benton, and it is time for another edition of Angel Sudsy Recap, where we delve into the world of daytime television, and we do a few reality shows on the side. But one of those daytime TV shows that we're doing is The Bold and the Beautiful, and it is killing me because I've got some exciting news about Bold and the Beautiful that I cannot really talk about yet. And it's eating away at me. I gotta say something, but when the time is right, I will. Anyways. Okay, so Bold and Beautiful. So here's the thing. First of all, how crazy has this weather been in Las Vegas? You know, people don't believe me when I say, it does snow here in Vegas. It doesn't snow every single year, but it snows a lot. It didn't snow at all last year, but this year, I thought we would have another snowless year. Yeah, not so much. Yesterday, in the middle of the workday, I was in a meeting with all the other project managers and the director of project management, and one of the technicians came and knocked on the window and said, "It's totally snowing outside." And we're like, "What?" And everybody gets up and gets on their phones and gets their cameras, and they go outside and they start taping, because it was like a little mini blizzard. It wasn't a blizzard, but it was heavy. It was heavy snowfall. I was like, damn. Okay, well, there goes that snowless winter. So I'm telling you, it snows. And a lot of the people that were like, "I can't believe it snows in Las Vegas," they have not lived here that long. Now, granted, I haven't lived here that long either. I've only lived here 9 years, but I remember 2006. Do you remember? No, was it 2008? I think it might have been 2008 when they had like the crazy storm that like froze all the fountains on the Bellagio and the Venetian and the Tropicana, and then the pool at the Frontier. I mean, it was crazy cold. I mean, it was crazy. But anyways, all right, moving on. Sorry, just felt like going off on the weather, and it's so freezing right now. Like, I'm wearing my jacket inside because it's so cold. I've got my socks on. Like, I am like bundled up. All right, so Bold and Beautiful. Let's talk about Bold and Beautiful. So, a lot of people right now are kind of irritated with the show. Some are threatening not to watch. And as someone who watches all 4 shows, and as someone who has seen Days of Our Lives have many years of being awful and being on the brink of cancellation many times, the fact that it is so good right now just tells me that just stick with the show. Just stick with it. It will get better. I promise. Shows are cyclical. You gotta knuckle it through the hard times, and then you'll get through it. I promise. So right now, what's going on in the show? I mean, let's be real. We're still all about Liam and all about Liam's baby. And they also had a wedding with Ridge and Brooke. Another one. And between the both of them, good Lord, I don't know how many times they've been married, and let alone excuse me, oh my God, I almost dropped the phone. And let alone how many times they've been married to each other. That's a lot in itself. It kind of, and not just that, but I felt like there were a lot of nods to history that weren't made. For example, they didn't mention any of Ridge's sisters. Marcus, who knows where the hell Marcus is? No one has mentioned Marcus in years. I don't even really know where he went. Let's see. Every now and then Thorne does mention his daughter Allie that he lost, and he also mentions both Macy and Darla, which is good. That's good use of history. However, why hasn't Sally Spectra recruited Thorne for Spectra Designs, or Spectra Fashions, or whatever the hell it is, whatever Spectra's company is? I mean, wouldn't that make sense to have Thorne, who obviously is being held back by whatever reason at Forrester, to come over to, I mean, he's done it before. That's the thing, is he's done it before. And he has a proven track record with Spectra. So I don't know why they didn't try to jump on that when that happened. Whatever. And then don't even get me started on Sheila Carter, because I mean, her comeback was so incredible, and then after that, she just... Now, granted, I know that the actress playing her, Kimberly Brown, is running for Congress. I understand that, and that's probably why they probably can't write a whole lot for her, because she's busy doing other things. So that's one I'm willing to kind of overlook for now. And if she wins it, then if she wins Congress, they're going to have to write Sheila off somehow. But that'll probably be good, too. That'll probably be a very good story. However they choose to write her off, that will be great. So anyways, back to Liam and his baby. You know, Hope's back in town. And, you know, we've seen Hope interact with both Sally, and it was actually not that bad. And we've seen her interact with Wyatt, and they kind of had a moment. Not like a kiss moment, but like a moment where they remembered their mutual past. And as I said, remember last week how I told you that Wyatt broke up with Katie? And it was just, I mean, first of all, it was great performances from both of them, from both Darren Brooks and Heather Tom. They did such a good job. But this week, we saw Katie kind of making out with, well, I mean, that's what prompted it, was that she made out with Thorne. And then Thorne went over to see her, and then he grabs her phone by mistake. I'm not saying he was trying to, you know, be sneaky and steal her phone, but he grabbed her phone by mistake. And that's when Wyatt sent a text saying, I need to rethink this breakup. So that kind of outed Katie and Wyatt, at least to Thorne. So Thorne goes over to Katie's. Well, first of all, then Thorne does do something a little bit shady, and he erases the text message. And then he goes to Katie and goes, I know who it is. And she's like, what? She's like, he's like, Wyatt Spencer. And Katie's like, what? And he's like, that's kind of weird since you're his stepmother. She's like, I'm not his stepmother. I'm not married to Bill. I have not been married to Bill in forever. There is no blood relation between us. And which is, let's be real, On the Bold and the Beautiful, that is so typical. It is so typical. The incestuous relationships have happened quite a bit. The one part of the show that kind of a little bit has me scratching my head is Hope's sudden friendship with Steffi. Now, I get that maybe she doesn't want to be the reason why Liam doesn't go back to Steffi. I understand that. And I get that she maybe wants them to have a family together, and because, you know, she's pregnant and it's Liam's baby, and so she wants them to stay together. I get that too. But this feeling of friendship towards Steffi feels a little bit, rings a little bit false to me, because Steffi has tried more than once, so many times, to sabotage Hope's love life. And for Hope, now granted, Hope is a bigger person than Steffi, I'm not going to lie. Steffi is kind of the worst person ever, and it really makes me wish that shark had actually eaten her back when Morgan staged that, but God, I really wish that would have been true. But anyways, I think that it would have been, I just think it's a little too forced and a little too rushed. I mean, maybe they might eventually get there, but Hope's been in town for all of 5 minutes, and now she's like best friends with Steffi, which I don't buy. I don't buy that at all. I'm sorry. I heard a rumor online, which, God, I hope this is not true, because this does not make any sense. And the rumor was, well, what if Hope didn't actually lose Wyatt's baby and gave birth to the baby in Italy, and that's why she had to be gone so long? I think I've already talked about this last week. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. You know, she didn't look pregnant. We physically saw the doctor tell her she's not pregnant anymore. She lost the baby. I mean, so I don't think that's it. I heard another rumor online that they're gearing up for a big whodunit on Who Shot Bill. And I've seen some commercials where, like, Bill finds out about Wyatt and Katie. I guess Wyatt and Katie get back together, which is great. I love Wyatt and Katie together, to be honest with you. And they tell him, and he's gonna sue for his son. And Katie's like, don't you dare ever threaten me. And here's the thing. Bill Spencer, you know, they joke about him having a huge dick and calling him a stallion. But let's be real, those balls got to be really big too, because you have got to have a lot of balls to try to blow up people in a building, push someone out of a helicopter. I mean, he's done some nasty things to people, and he has the nerve to think that a judge is going to give him custody of Will over Wyatt and Katie. He doesn't even have a wife. How many times he slept with his other son's wife? I mean, like, that is I just would not fight her on custody if I was Bill. But Bill is not thinking right, so I would be like, girl, you need to really seriously think about this. Take it down a notch. Anyways, thank you so much for logging on today. I do appreciate it. Please feel free to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Angel Benton. You can hashtag Bold and Beautiful to talk about the Bold and the Beautiful, or you can also hashtag Pump Rules to talk Vanderpump Rules, which I'm doing next. And you can hit that subscribe button on my YouTube channel to get my YouTube videos sent to your email inbox every single day. And you can also look around that channel and find my Storytime with Angel Benton series where I talk all about my life. Alrighty, everyone. Have a great day. Peace out. Wubba, wubba, wubba.